Welcome everybody to the Red G Fox channel. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're going, what happened to your voice again? It wasn't from me coaching. My Rams lost. Man, I can't watch next week's game. I don't have a voice. I cannot do my show and be a Rams fan. So next week I will skip the game just so that I can make sure my voice does not get threshed. My voice is important for my job and for my YouTube channel and for my coaching. So I gotta watch it when I watch these games. All right, today we get to one that we've actually reviewed in the past, but we're gonna do another review, shorten it up. Don't forget our top 3 funny, and we are doing Aunt Esther and Woodrow, Uncle Woodrow, basically like rift. They fight. That's what this one's about. Season 3, episode 22, 7.2 is the IMDb. Our channel with our review, basically. I enjoy it so much. It's got to be one of my favorite. I would probably say I know I love the Lamont Goes Karate, but I have to say my favorite one is this one with Woody, Esther, Grady, Lamont, Aunt Minnie, Aunt Flossie. You got a whole damn family, as Fred says, going against Grady, and it's so great that we get to hear Woody say, "I'm a man. I'm not a cream puff." So we get to that. We'll do the breakdown, but first, most importantly, let's get to the fun facts.
I didn't know that.
All right, on our fun fact, we only got one today, and that is, this is the very first appearance of Raymond Allen as Woody. Our channel recently just did a poll and also a YouTube short about the first appearance. That went to someone else. That other actor played him. I think he did a really good job as Woody in that. That was the one where they find out Donna's and getting engaged, and he breaks the news to the rest of the family. That actor is hysterical, but I feel like, I don't know if he could have carried it as well as Raymond Allen did as a lead. He was more a good punchline to build off Esther. Raymond Allen does really well with Esther. The chemistry is amazing between the two. So I'm glad they made the change. But this is the first appearance officially of Raymond Allen as Uncle Woodrow. And not only is this a great one because we got Grady taking over while Red Fox is away, but also the fact that you bring in another. Remember, we talked about Gus, the karate instructor, JoJo Jackson. You get several with Rollo. You get some Betty Hairston, and now we get actual Uncle Woody. It was smart by the writers to say, I don't know, would these episodes, they probably wrote them ahead of time, but would this have been done had Red Fox been there? Whether it was or not, this is a great way to pick up Whitman Mayo and really still put out solid episodes to keep the show going. But that's it on our fun fact. Let's get to our familiar faces.
May I ask you a first question? Who are you?
All right, on our familiar faces, just one today. We covered Aunt Minnie and Flossie on another episode, so we've already got that actors down. Today we got, of course, Raymond Allen. It's his first appearance. He played Uncle Woody. He just passed away in the year 2020 at the age of 91, so he was around for a long time. It's surprising when he got out of show business. We'll cover that in a second, because you're like, 2020, why didn't I see him? Like, I honestly would have thought he already passed away a while ago because he just disappeared from entertainment. But we'll find out not why, but when he disappeared. Just 13 movies and shows. Like I said, not a very gigantic career. A lot of it was in the 70s. Let's get to it. He wasn't even in the spinoff Sanford. They said that he passed away, at that time. Red Fox, or Fred Sanford, makes a funny character. He's like, yeah, when he was talking with Cal, he's like, yeah, he died and went to heaven. And he had to go to heaven because he caught all the hell there was in here with Esther. It's a great line to still talk about Woody and everything with him. But in that one, he only did 13. His final appearance in any kind of movie or show was a TV movie called Gus Brown and Midnight Brewster in 1985. So he kind of left the scene a big chunk of his life, maybe through retirement, maybe he was done, maybe just, he felt like, I don't want this life anymore. He also did The Jeffersons, which we talked about. Huge, like we said, he was big in the 70s. He did Good Times, 4 different episodes. People have mentioned that, about how he was similar character in that as like a wino. Maybe that's what got him the role in Sanford and Son. I know him first because I watched What's Happening first. He was in What's Happening season 2, the very last episode when Rerun and Raj want to rent a room, an apartment. He is the manager for that one. They didn't use him in season 3, and his mama kind of talks him into getting the rent lowered. And he was in 3 episodes of Starsky and Hutch. So that is it on Raymond Allen and our familiar faces. Let's get to this. All right, in the summary, this episode is very good, and it's very simple. Grady is done with women, the women libs, the women liberals, the women trying to push for equal rights. We know that he's reading a paper and he's not happy. Let's look what we're talking about.
It says here that some lady up in Sacramento burned her bra in a pubic place. That's public place.
That is such a great line. Every time I hear public place, I always think of this and Grady in that part. So he doesn't want them. He wants to stay in the kitchen where they belong. Or actually, Grady has a different place for him, in the boudoir, as he says. But Lamont's like, hey, I'm all for it. Women are tired of this. They don't want to be housewives or cooking symbols or, sex symbols. They want to be something else. They want to make something, a career, just like the men. They want equal rights. And Grady says, no, they can't have it. And there's one main reason why they can't.
Well, if the Lord had wanted women to do something other than cook and have babies, he'd have made them men.
Freaking Grady, man. He's so funny. And he's 100% wrong on there, but it still is hysterical the way his whole... It's great to see both sides. I wonder how Grady would feel nowadays. Remember, he even says, women aren't classy. They don't pull out their dresses as they sit down and stuff, and the way they are. My mama was a lady. So worse than that, now we find out Woody's there, and Woody needs a place to stay. He has to have somewhere to sleep because he got kicked out of his house. Grady doesn't want him there. Grady even starts hiding the booze because Fred said Woody is the wino king of Watts, and he knows, hey, we don't want him here, and to hide the alcohol. But Lamont goes, what the heck happened? Why did you get kicked out?
When I got home this morning, Esther had sit all my clothes out in this suitcase and wouldn't let me in.
Well, what were you celebrating?
Our 27th wedding anniversary.
Way to celebrate your anniversary, right, Woody? He's going to go out drinking all by himself. But what's funny is Grady's like, nope. And we all love that Sanford and Son fans when he does that. But as he does that, we get to see that Lamont steps up, and we've seen this in other episodes where he wants to have a party or a date or somebody over, and Grady takes a stand and says no orgies or any kind of things like that. And Lamont gives in. But here he says no. He says, don't talk to my family like that. And he says, he's my favorite uncle. He can stay in here all he wants. So it's great to see Lamont stand up for his family, as opposed to when it comes to women, you know what? I can get by that. But not when I'll put my foot down. My family's staying here. So he goes to make the room, and now Grady's like, he's got an idea. I got me a little plan. He's got to get Woody tough enough to stand up to Esther.
Now, are you a man or a cream puff?
Pour me another shot, and I'll tell you. A man.
I was going to take him shots too. He's like, now, are you a cream puff or are you a man? Pull me another shot, and I'll tell you. A man. He's Raymond Allen. This is such a great debut. We've talked about other characters and how great their debut is in the show, from Grady to Bubba to Melvin. I forgot to bring up Woody because I always forget this is officially Raymond Allen's first appearance. I do. They're all blended together because I just really enjoy Woody. But this is a great character introduction. You paint a great picture of an actor who really can portray an alcoholic. I would have guessed he was drunk on stage. But he's like, no, man, I'm a man. I'm ready to go. Lamont comes down. Will you give me my suitcase? We got to hear. I love when Woody does that. Let's check it out.
Would you give me my suitcase? Where's your uncle? Will you give him?
And Lamont's like, well, I feel bad for Lamont. He's trying to do everything he can for his uncle, and now his uncle's telling him, da-da-da-da-da-da, and he takes off. So now we go, you know what? We get why Grady did it. But Lamont even says, you know what, why are you doing this? It's not going to work. And Esther now ends up coming back because what did Woody do? Let's find out from Esther.
Woodrow locked me out is what happened. No. And it was all his idea. You only go.
See, it's his own fault, just like Lamont says it's his own fault. And he's pulling a note. Now Esther's going to stay, and that's it. There's nothing he can do about it. She's going to go up there. But before, Grady's like, look, man, I don't need you coming back. Don't go in my room, because if I see you, I might have a heart attack and die. That's so funny. But the best part is Esther's answer. This is why we love LaWanda Page. Hey, if you haven't seen it, go check our newest video. Please, if you haven't seen it, you got to go give it a watch, give it a try. I really put some effort into researching and putting together a presentation about LaWanda Page, her career, and a whole bunch of clips from other things she did. She was outstanding. Anything I saw her in, she always made me laugh. This is why I think her and Red were the best, and Red knew that. But she hangs with anyone, including Grady here. Her response to that, this is gold. Let's look at it.
Grady Wilson, I wouldn't go in your room to save my mama's life.
To save my mama's life. And when she says, and I am the lawnmower. So she's gone. Grady basically has one option. Got to get Woody back. So he kind of lies and says, hey, you know what? She's begging for you. My Woodrow. I wants my Woodrow. That's what Grady says. And now it's going to work in the money. He says rightfully so. Hey, you're going to make a huge mess here, Grady. You should not interfere in family business. And Grady's like, they made it my business by coming over here. Nobody asked them to come. So I got to see Grady's point, but he's meddling trying to get them out. And it's actually backfiring. And now the whole cavalry's there. You got Minnie, Flossie, and Esther. They're trying to console her. And this is when Esther's ready to drop the dukes.
It's all your fault. Let's beat the hell out of him.
I never get tired of Esther. From Big Money Grip to Fred to Grady, when she's like, let's beat the hell out of him. Hey, let's knock him in. She's ready to go. Man, words can't express how talented she is and how hysterical she is. I've seen it, this episode, probably about 50 times, maybe 30 to 50 times. And it always kills me laughing when she does that. So she's up, the whole dang family's ready to go. And there's a knock at the door. And that saves Grady for a second. And Woody comes in, and his whole demeanor and attitude, he just thinks he is the man. We got to see that. And we got to see Esther. Oh my gosh, I love this episode. That's why I'm so shocked at 7.2. Comment below, please. Is this one of your... I know everyone loves Lamont Does Karate, and everyone loves Fred's Treasure Garden. That is hysterical. But to me, this is my favorite with Esther and Grady and the whole chaos of the whole family because of this. But comment below, do you love this one? Is it 7.5 or higher for you? Or am I kind of in the minority? Because a lot of people didn't really love Betty Harrison. They like her, but they didn't love that episode fully. Let me know your thoughts on this. But anyways, let's get to Woody coming back.
Calling Woodrow? Yeah, that was your maker calling you to his bosom. And your tombstone is ready.
That's your maker. Here I done washed my hands and everything. So there are so many funny lines that we didn't even touch. And because I can't show the whole episode, I'm not allowed to. But that's how good this episode is that there's just so many different things that are hysterical that you hear it. Washing your hands, meet your maker, his butt behind his grass, all these great things. So now it's Woody, Grady, and Esther. And it's going back and forth. And you can see Woody so blasted, he can't even get the sayings right. What's going on?
No, we just a minute, Harriet. This bad life happens to be my wife.
Don't you touch a hair on his body. And then the fact that he's like, Grady's the old serpent that cast me out of my Garden of Eden. Oh my gosh. Like I said, I can't get over how amazing this is for his first appearance. I really think they should have used Woody more. And I know in the end, it's all the writers. If you go back and watch these, you can't just squeeze Woody in. You can always do Bubba, Grady, sometimes Julio. They can just pop over and they fit. But you can't just do Woody for all these episodes. There has to be a reason. So I understand why we didn't get more Woody. I think he only did 6 to 8 episodes. I've mentioned this before, 6 to 8 episodes. Feels like a lot more because of great memorable performances like this. But now it's all crazy. Grady's in trouble, and they're all turning on him now. And what can Grady do?
Well, now I'd be the last man to call for help. And since I'm the last man,
It's great to see Grady finally to say, hell, he gives up. They at least, thanks to Lamont, even though he wants to kill Grady, they're all out of there. And I like Grady when he's like, yeah, get out of here. And he's shooing like he's going to do something. You had your chance and you chickened out. They're out of there. They're all back together. So yay, action. And then Grady even says, hey, you know what? Chalk one up for the men.
well, now I said it was a standoff. They ought to both burn their drawers in a pubic place.
So he's celebrating. And then at the very end, we get to see how Lamont's got a date. He's taken off. And we've seen before in Sanford and Son where it always feels like Lamont and Fred are married. And people have said that on the show and comments in our community. In this one, it reminds me that Grady made all this hard work for the women. They take off, and he had messed up reading male Chinese pig, right? It's supposed to be male. And then I love Lamont, male chauvinist pig. So he messed up pubic place, and he messed up male Chinese pig, as he called it. And Lamont's out of there, and Grady gives him one last belt because he's pissed at him.
You can't do that to me. I'm in the field to see a sweat rolling down my face. You male Chinese pig!
You male Chinese pig! Oh, what a great ending. Yes. Please tell me I'm not the only one who loves this one as much as I think I do, that I'm not alone on this. But great ending, great episode. So if you haven't watched it in a while, go get another watch. It's really funny. It's funnier that we couldn't even contain all of it. 7.5, because it's, I think lacking Fred doesn't make it an 8. But it does have some hysterical moments and great chemistry between everybody. So that's it on this one. One more thing, power to the Foxes.
Power to the Foxes.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mike Lutton, and thank you for Jim Offit for being part of the Gray Foxes. Everyone else, your names are down here. Thank you so much for joining. We're getting more members, and that's great news. I just wanted to get at least 4 or 5, which we have now. I'm going to start doing every other Wednesday game shows where it's almost like the whole month, the whole season of football, every other Wednesday. We'll do a game show for members only. It'll be open to the community for everyone to watch, but members only can comment. So if you want to get in on this, because after the season's done, I'm keeping track of wins and points. And every win, at the end of it, will get a $50 Amazon gift card. You heard me right. So if you want that, if you want to get on this, you need to be a member. Sign up today, become one, because every other Wednesday, we're having game show, challenge, and only members only can comment. Anyone can watch and have fun and answer from home. And there will be a prize at the end of this rainbow. It's almost like a season, right? And then after that, after the Super Bowl, the winner will be crowned, and then we'll take a few months off and start it up again, because we want to give stuff for our members, and this is what I've been dreaming to get. So thank you, everybody. Your names are scrolled down there. That is it. Have a great week. Go watch that Aunt Esther video, and please comment below your thoughts on this episode as well. Have a great and safe week. My Rams lost. I'm bummed, but I always got Sanford and Son, and I got my family and my health and my team that I coach. Life is good. Enjoy everything, because I can't ruin my voice. That's such an idiot I am. Have a great week. Talk to you later. Peace.